Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have finally gotten a haircut. I needed one so badly. Anyway, I've got a review here for a movie from 2009 that I rented from a movie star's rental place. It was kind of like our Hollywood Video when it went out of business, and then this is all we had, like a mom and pop franchise locally. Anyway, so I rented the film back in the day, and I loved it. It was considered a low-budget action film, straight to video. I don't think it ever had a theatrical release as far as I know. And it was made by the director who also, later on, made Predators in 2010, the next year. Yeah, the Predator sequel. And also Metallica Through the Never in 2013. And if you like that movie, it's very different from this because that's a concert movie. So I didn't know that going into this second time in my entire life. When I was working at Big Lots, I saw a copy of this pop up on the shelf one day for like $5. Brand new copy, and I was super excited about it. I bought it, and to be honest with you, it's been sitting in my collection for roughly 7 years. It's around the time I met my wife and started dating her. So I've had it in my collection for a while, and I just kept overlooking it, never getting around to it. And I finally recently was thinking, you know, the cover looks so good on that movie. It has a good cast. I'll get to that in a moment, too. And I wanted to go ahead and give it a shot again, and hopefully it would be as good. And let me tell you, this was still as solid as I remember it being. For a straight-to-video action movie, kind of a one-location movie, sort of, it really scratches the itch for that summertime feel. It's definitely a good summertime California-looking movie that I really enjoyed quite a bit. It's a film from 2009 called Armored, starring Matt Dillon, my boy, who I love. I watch everything Matt Dillon's in. I love that guy. And another actor I've loved since Boys in the Hood when I was a kid watching that on TV, Lawrence Fishburne. Basically, all of these guys work for like a security truck, you know, the ones that transfer money from banks to bank to bank, you know? And they decide one day, because of the plight of our main character, who he and his brother lost their parents. His brother is still in school, but he's much older. He's having to take care of his younger brother like a parent. They're about to lose their house. Things are not going well. And he's kind of got a strained relationship with his younger brother, and he decides to go ahead with this proposal to Matt Dillon, who's kind of a family friend, brought to him about possibly stealing a lot of money on this one twice biannual part of a year situation where banks give rid of like $42 million or whatever. And they kind of all decide to work together to try to steal this money, despite our main character really not wanting to do that because he feels like it's wrong. He's also an ex-military Marine soldier, something like that. And his conscience is weighing heavy on him, especially when they actually go through with the theft from their security truck they're all running. And a homeless man witnesses what's going on, and he gets shot and killed by Lawrence Fishburne. So when that happens, things change, and our main character locks himself inside of one of the trucks, which are bulletproof and whatever, and he has the money trapped in there as well. And everybody else is trying to break in, whether it be Matt Dillon, Lawrence Fishburne, or the rest of the cast, that you'll know their faces if you watch the movie, because they're in a bunch of stuff. It's not really as like extras, but as like side characters on TV shows and stuff. A lot of these guys are really, really good here, and I'm pretty sure one of them is from a Fast and Furious movie. I'm fairly certain Too Fast, Too Furious. But anyway, Armored. To be a straight-to-video film, I'm convinced this was not going to be the original case with this movie. It is so surprisingly good. It's so surprisingly heartfelt. It's passionately made. I think the camera work is good. I think the story writing is good. I think the characters are good, especially our main guy. The performer, by the way, that plays the main character is fantastic. I really, really liked his role here. I thought he did great. Probably one of the best performances I've seen out of that young man. And Matt Dillon is amazing as kind of the leader of this scummy group who plan on stealing this money. He's really great. Lawrence Fishburne plays an amazing scumbag in this movie, which he's always great. Would you really doubt it? With this kind of cast and this kind of role and the way they handle this story, I could not possibly recommend this enough to you if you haven't seen it. It's such an engaging, crazy, tension-filled movie that by the end of it, I can't see anybody not being engaged. If you're not feeling it in the first like 20 minutes of the movie, you're not going to like the rest. You might as well shut it off. But it's a well-made, well-shot movie that has some great tension building, like I said, and some really great characters. If you like this kind of one-location movie, because most of it takes place in this big abandoned industrial factory that they're actually trying to make the theft happen, if you will. they're going to claim that they got robbed, which is kind of smart. If you haven't seen the film, I recommend it highly. It's huge recommendation, a huge hidden gem in my personal opinion too. One that I think more people should check out. Because they don't make movies like this anymore. Not even like the one location films. That's kind of a low budget idea most of the time. But it doesn't look low budget at all. Everything about it, from the cinematography to the camera work, like I said, the cast, everybody, it feels bigger than it should have felt. This director knows what he's doing. Again, with Metallica Through the Never and how great that was. Predators in 2010, I think that's really good. It's my favorite Predator movie at this current moment because I'm not a big Predator guy. I haven't seen it in a while though, so don't hold that to me. But anyway, when it comes to Armored, I absolutely loved it. I recommend it highly if you like this kind of film. It's a great action thriller from, 2009. I almost said 2010, but 2009. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments about this awesome movie down in the comment section down below. And if I had to rate it on a 5-star basis, I would easily give this a 4 out of 5 stars. I loved it for what it is, what it wants to be, how well made and well executed it is. You just don't see indie films. I guess you couldn't really call this an indie film, but maybe you could. Anyway, this is great. I recommend it highly in case you haven't seen it. What do you think about Armored? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you take my recommendation and go check it out? I really hope you do. Because I think especially during the summertime, this is one of those movies. Like Wild Hogs, like Jaws, that's just perfect for that time. Mainly because it feels more like a Fast and Furious movie, but kind of not. With the crazy budgets they get for those films, the outer space in those films, so on and so on. Anyway, Armored, check it out if you haven't seen it. Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all, and goodbye.